Security Committee visited the border last week down in El Paso. And, sir, thank you for coming back here, Senator, and good morning.
Good morning, Senator.
To you. Here is some of the recommendations on screen now. Establish 3 or 5 processing centers at the border to shelter the families. Flores fix that goes back about 20 years that roll back regulations for the rules on how long you can detain an unaccompanied migrant child. Rocket docket allows asylum seekers to access a hearing or decision within 20 or 30 days. Asylum claims must be made at the port of entry. Put that all in English based on your understanding. Would that be effective?
It would. What we need a consequence for people entering this country illegally, or we're going to continue to see an increase in the number of people attempting to do it. I was down at the border Monday night and yesterday. And what we are seeing and what we're witnessing, this is what people need to understand, is the human traffickers are using our law enforcement, our border law enforcement officers, is just part of their process of funneling people into the United States for long-term residency. And so what we need to do, only about 15% of those people claiming asylum actually have a valid asylum claim. So we need to rapidly determine who has a valid asylum claim. We probably need a higher standard so we more accurately assess who has a valid asylum claim. And then those that don't have a valid asylum claim, we need to remove them so there's a consequence. If we start doing that, just like Michael Chertoff did with the Brazilians in 2005, you will see a dramatic reduction in people trying to get in this country illegally. But people need to understand the human traffickers are making hundreds of millions of dollars. They're using our Customs and Border Patrol agents as part of their processing, and as a result, they are being pulled off the line from their border security law enforcement operations.
You're exactly right.
El Paso sector, they generally had 28 on the border. They generally have 2 because the other 26 are dealing with the unaccompanied children and family units.
Senator, the smugglers are beating us at our own system, and they have been for some time.
No, they are. They are utilizing us, and they are putting hundreds of millions of dollars in their pockets. You know, the people just turn themselves in. They're completely relaxed. They have no fear because they realize they're only a couple days away from being processed and being sent to all corners of America. Since DACA, and this is what really sparked it, doesn't apply to these people, but it sparked it. Since DACA was instituted back in 2012, we're approaching about 900,000 unaccompanied children, but primarily people in family units, having been led into this country, and they're staying long term. Nobody really knows where they went. We have no real accounting of where these people are, and the numbers are growing.
We hear the urgency from you, Senator. We hear the urgency from the president. He tweeted this today on border security. Democrats in Congress must return from their vacations and change the immigration laws on the border. Despite the great job being done by Border Patrol, will only get worse. Big sections of wall now being built. So what sense are you getting as to the direction this battle is going to go and the willingness of your colleagues on the other side of the aisle to come around on this issue?
Well, we held 2 great hearings in our committee the last couple of weeks and really laid out the reality. So I had Democrat senators coming up to me afterwards saying, you're right, let's sit down. We need to fix this problem. I know Senator Durbin was down in El Paso talking to the exact same people I was, asking the right questions and getting the right answer. And the right answer is, again, we need a very rapid, accurate initial determination. Is this a valid asylum claim or not? If not, those individuals need to be removed, and we need to keep them in custody, because if we don't keep people in custody, we are only able to remove about 7% of those that we don't keep in custody. So it has to be right there at the border. We have to muster all our resources. We have to give our law enforcement people the resources they need to achieve the achievable goal here, which is reduce the flow of people completely taking advantage of our system and lining the pockets of these human traffickers.
Senator, another topic here. You just signed a letter with Senators Lindsey Graham and Chuck Grassley. You're trying to get answers on Hillary Clinton's email server. We are 3 and 4 years down the line from this. What do you think you're going to find?
Well, again, I think the American people need an accounting of what was happening within the FBI, our intelligence community, the Department of Justice, not only as it relates to the Hillary Clinton email scandal where they basically let her off the hook, but then that same group of FBI officials pretty well transferred into the whole Russian probe, and we need an accounting of exactly what happened there. And so what we're trying to determine on the Clinton email scandal is, why didn't they fully review all the thumb drives, or, the computers, what exactly happened there, and exactly what kind of bias did they then really apply to the whole Trump campaign Russian influence investigation as well. So the American people deserve the answers on this. I'll be interested to see whether the Mueller probe addresses this at all. But I think William Barr has stated very publicly that he intends to get to the bottom of this. And if there's a predicate for an investigation, the Justice Department will undertake one. And I completely agree with the fact what we need is a grand jury, probably impaneled, to force people to actually tell the truth.
Senator, thank you for your time.